Welcome back. Well, Elon Musk has addressed Twitter staff directly for the first time since he launched his $44 billion takeover bid for the company. Appearing via a video call, he told staff he aims to increase the number of people on the platform to at least 1 billion. But he did not rule out layoffs, warning the company's costs had exceeded revenue. And neither did he provide an update on the deal closing, saying he was still looking into Twitter's bot and spam accounts, which have been his biggest concern. Twitter shares down 1.66%, and Tesla shares also tumbled as Elon Musk spoke, which was interesting as well, down 8.5%, but of course also getting caught up in the broader tech wreck and stock sell-off that we saw stateside overnight. Analysis now with Joshua White. He's Assistant Professor of Finance at Vanderbilt University. He joins us live from Nashville for the latest installment of What Did Elon Musk Say This Week? Joshua, thanks so much for joining us. I'm not sure how I feel about this, actually, because Elon Musk isn't CEO of the company. I recognize he's a large shareholder, but he doesn't own it yet. So what business does he actually have addressing staff, telling them whether or not they're going to be laid off or not, when he doesn't even own the company yet? As a matter of fact, he's indicated that he might have some concerns about owning the company given this spam and bot issue. I don't think staff should be worried at all. What's your view?
Yeah, so it was, seeing meetings between potential acquirees and employees before, but it's a little unorthodox in this setting, right? Because Elon Musk has not only tried to pull out of the deal or at least express, interest in pausing the deal, but he's also sort of berated management. He's picked on employees. He's sort of attacked the culture, in a sense, at Twitter. And so this meeting, I think some people viewed it as, potentially signaling that he was still interested in the deal, but also trying to set the tone for what the culture will be like in an Elon Musk-owned Twitter.
Great piece on CNBC.com, which uses some CNBC sources and says the majority of the reaction on Twitter's Slack messaging board was negative in nature to Musk's address. So what do you think that reflects? Because staff have raised a number of issues here. Of course, they're concerned about layoffs, but they're also concerned about working conditions at Twitter if Musk were to eventually take over, including this big issue of working from home and working remotely. It's something that Elon Musk seems firmly against.
Right. So layoffs are certainly on the minds of all tech employees right now with the, the state of the economy and the drop in the stock market. As you mentioned, work from home was certainly an issue that came up. A lot of Twitter staff continues to work from home, and it's a job that can be performed at home. This is not a Tesla factory where you have to be in there actually holding the parts or making sure the car is manufactured. And so when those questions came up, Musk said that exceptional employees would still be allowed to work from home, but that's a little enigmatic in that what constitutes an exceptional employee. And so I don't think Musk did anything to appease their concerns about layoffs. He said that costs still exceed revenue at Twitter, which is not a good thing, which I think signals that some potential layoffs are possible. And there's also concerns about what's Musk's role going to be in Twitter? Is he going to be sort of the day-to-day CEO like we see him at Tesla? And he indicated that he would certainly be involved in influence content, but did not vision himself as being sort of an everyday involved CEO.
Yeah, which was interesting as well. And looking ahead, Joshua, what's your current timeline on a potential transaction here? We've seen reports surfacing about potential national security concerns due to foreign investor involvement in this deal. At the same time, no direct indication on when we are going to get a shareholder vote. So what's your base case on the deal? Is it going to go ahead? Is Musk eventually going to buy it, or could this still all fall apart?
No, I think it could certainly still fall apart. I think probably the most likely scenario is that Musk tries to renegotiate, or at least negotiate at a lower price. I think that's what the market is trying to price in right now. But there's a lot of uncertainty. He still has the bot issue. It seems like the financing is secured, but when we see Tesla's stock drop as much as it has, it becomes more and more expensive for Musk to acquire Twitter. So in terms of timing, the deal could happen as soon as this summer. I think if we had seen this meeting, Musk come into it and really express his desire to close the deal, then I think the markets would have interpreted that as the deal happening faster. Given that question didn't come up and it was never really resolved out of the meeting, or at least not explicitly addressed, I think the market's still concerned not only of deal completion, but it might take a little more time before we even know what the outcome is going to be. So probably late summer at the earliest.
Yeah, and if for nothing, then at least Twitter staff have had somewhat of a shake-up. They recognize that there has to be some kind of internal change at the company, which is the reason that Elon Musk wanted to pursue this bid in the first place. Look, when and if it happens, Joshua, you'll be the first to know, and we'll be coming straight back out to you. So thanks for joining us today. That's Joshua White there of Vanderbilt University. Weekend ahead.